Grand Rising, loved ones. Welcome back to another episode of Healing Wisdom with me, your favorite spiritual advisor, Empress Oracle. So, I've been seeing the What's Wrong with Your Zodiac Sign challenge going on, as I've been saying. Sounding like a broken record now. And we're just going to talk about it. I'm well into the astrology and the zodiac signs, and I know quite a bit. I've had extensive research that I've collected. So here we are. Now we're going to talk about Scorpios, right? Scorpios, okay? Hello, Scorpios. So, as I was saying, in every zodiac sign, you have an evolved and an unevolved, right? You have the light and the dark. You have the pros and the cons, the good and the bad. You have the evolved version of that sign, and you have the unevolved version of that sign. So if it does not apply to you, then that means that you may be evolved. If it is you, don't be in denial. Just address those issues so that you can be your best self this lifetime, because that is a challenge for everybody to achieve this lifetime, is to identify those issues that are innately in us through our zodiac signs and overcome them to be better people and more evolved people. So, with Scorpios, good old Scorpios. First of all, let me start off by saying I've known quite a few Scorpios. I've even been traumatized by a Scorpio in the past, but I will say Scorpios are a pleasure to work with in a work environment. Yes, they are. They're excellent bosses. They are. They're excellent leaders. They are. However, when it comes to a Scorpio in their personal life, they do not necessarily have those same traits if they are unevolved. An unevolved Scorpio tends to like disharmony and imbalance in their life. An unevolved Scorpio will always keep up some shit, will always have some type of drama going on in their life. And it tends to be in their closest relationships, whether it is in an intimate relationship, whether it's with a family member, whether it's with their dog, it does not matter. There will always be drama coming. It's like they can be drama magnets when they are uninvolved. There's always be an issue with the Scorpio when they are uninvolved. Unevolved. Look at me saying uninvolved. Unevolved. Also, too, an unevolved Scorpio tends to be very paranoid. Now, Scorpios are water signs, which means that they are just naturally empathetic, so they feel a lot of things. So if they do not know how to control their feelings, or if they have not, if they have not honed in on their empathy and learned how to deal with it and understand it, it can make them go crazy. Period. It can make them go crazy. So a lot of unevolved Scorpios have a lot of mental issues, bordering on paranoia. And also, too, because Scorpios are water signs, they're naturally intuitive, they're natural born psychics, they go with their feelings and stuff. A lot of times it's like them against themselves. Scorpio versus Scorpio. It's an internal battle, internal fight. Them fighting themselves, because a lot of times they choose to run from their empathy. They choose to be in denial of what they feel. They want to overthink it and over justify it. And that right there can make you go crazy again. You have to learn how to control your empathy. You have to learn how to control your feelings. Scorpios, you have to realize what feelings are yours and what feelings are not yours. What feelings are coming from your environment, and you have to learn how to deal with them. And you also have to learn how to let shit go. Unevolved Scorpios will carry a grudge like it is their favorite Louis bag. And that is not healthy. That is definitely a water sign character flaw. Letting go. Not holding grudges. Scorpios, though, you guys have a very, very, very big problem with that. And that can cause you guys to delay your own personal and emotional growth, right? It can. whether you choose to address it or not. Because a lot of times when you hold on to things, not only do you hold on to that, but you take it into your next relationship. And then you always want to bring it up. And then it starts affecting your new relationship. Or you come in with natural trust issues and that person didn't even do shit to you. Nobody wants to feel like they're walking around on eggshells around you, Scorpio. That's not healthy. And sometimes, Scorpios, you have to give people chances. You have to learn how to be more understanding. A lot of times, Scorpios, you can be very closed-minded on certain things. Once you have an idea or something in your head, you don't want to hear anything else. That's not healthy communication in a relationship. Sometimes people do make mistakes. And sometimes a simple sit down and, work this issue out instead of holding that grudge and holding it on the inside, waiting for the opportunity to use it against that person. Sometimes that may save the relationship. If you just sit down and communicate with the person instead of holding that grudge and just keeping that shit in your pocket for the right time to throw it back in their face or the right time to get some get back. Another huge, this one I think is the most huge Scorpio character trait for the uninvolved Scorpios is their need for vengeance, their need for revenge. It could be for something very minor. Sometimes it can be just a miscommunication, and they will seek revenge in ways that are underhanded and cruel and spiteful and unnecessary, and end up damaging relationships that could have easily been healed or resolved through healthy communication. And that is what causes a lot of Scorpios to remain single. Just saying, Scorps. Just saying, Scorps. It's very important that you know that. Healthy communication is important in any relationship, not just a work relationship. The same way that you can be an excellent boss, the same way that you can communicate with people in your workplace in a productive way, you need to learn how to bring that attitude home, that mentality home. The same way that you choose fairness at work around your peers, you need to try to sprinkle some of that into your personal relationships. And don't just take everything to heart. Because when you lash out, just like cancers, and you use that sword, you don't like when people do it to you. But yet you want to act as though it's not a big deal when you do it to others. And it is, Scorpio. It is. I'm just saying. God said, vengeance is mine. Vengeance is his, not yours, Scorpio, not yours. If you always try to live a life to be petty and to get back and to get revenge, in the long run, you will never prosper because it will always come back to bite you in the ass. Scorpios who like to work in the shadow, just remember, anything done in the dark always comes to light, and it will always come and bite you in the ass. You can't use those stingers and just sting everything and everybody. You have to use discretion. You have to know when to fight. You have to know when to fold. You have to know how to listen. Okay? You have to be willing to receive, not just give. You're very powerful people, Scorpio. But that is also the reason why Scorpios are either extremely loved or extremely hated. There's like no in between with Scorpios. It's either you love them or you hate them. And that is because those are the two different sides of the Scorpio. Those are the evolved ones and the unevolved ones. Some of the unevolved Scorpios should take a page out of the evolved Scorpios book and see why it is that everybody loves them. It's not just for their amazing sense of humor. It's because Scorpios, y'all some funny motherfuckers. I'm just saying. So with that being said, I hope all of you unevolved Scorpios talk to your evolved Scorpio friends, sit down and learn how to evolve in a healthy way for your best, greatest, and highest good. All right? With that being said, I love y'all. Be safe, be blessed, and have a wonderful day.